Part of the ministry at this mission is to reach out to the leper community. This is a debilitating disease. Many of these people have lost hands, feet, fingers, and toes. There's a great need here among these people for our help.
In Matthew 25, 35 through 40, Christ presented us the ultimate challenge. In his words, he informed us that by touching the sickest of the sick, the poorest of the poor, we were actually touching God with our compassion and love. And if we ignored those in great need, then we were ignoring our Lord. Thus, as believers, Jesus provided us with a clear path for putting our faith into action. One of the places that path takes us is India. Half of the world's new cases of leprosy will originate in India. While almost all of us are familiar with the insipid nature of this disease and its devastating effects on the human body, few know that it can be treated. Using a modern drug regimen, the process of leprosy can be stopped. Yet the toll the disease has taken on those whose bodies have already been touched is often so devastating that the chance for a normal life is forever lost. In countries like India, where lepers are complete outcasts, those suffering are isolated and scorned by society, cut off from the world. In fact, most lepers have no way of even providing the basics of life for themselves and their families, much less obtaining the medicines and treatments necessary to ward off the disease. Imagine how you would feel if you believed that no one in the world cared about you. Imagine how you would feel if you were only looked upon with scorn. If you can imagine that, then you can put yourself in the place of a leper in India. These people are special. Their disease may have disfigured them and left them handicapped in many ways, but it did not make them less human. Thus, their needs for acceptance and love were as strong as ours. These lepers need to feel a compassionate touch. They need to know that God's people still love them. Bringing Christ's words to a mission, bringing his love to life, reaching out to the least of these. That is why we have leper feeding programs, children sponsorship programs, and are building a clinic for medical treatment. Our work with the lepers of India represents the heart of what world missionary evangelism is. These people have nothing. They're complete outcasts from their own society, unaccepted, unwanted, and often unnoticed. So each act of kindness they receive is embraced and deeply appreciated. Look at these children. They've been cut off from the world even though they are untouched by leprosy. These children need a safe, secure place to live. They need to be provided with an escape from the darkness that has enveloped their lives. They need food, clothing, and an education, as well as a place in a children's home. Yet in order for us to make this kind of impact, we must have sponsors. Together we can give these poor people a chance to feel hope, compassion, and love. Together we can touch the least of these in a way that will put our faith into action and change the world one life at a time. Together we can make a mighty difference.
In the morning, you surround me, breathing new life in me as I pray. In the silence, your voice whispers, telling my heart that I am sheltered and safe. But soon the quiet fades to crowded thoughts and days.